Another fall weekend is just underway in this part of Kentucky. It should be quiet, but it's not. It was a very normal Friday night, but you get a really unusual call. You're hearing about a shooting. Dave Fornash is an 18-year veteran of the Highland Heights Police Force.
You know, this is Highland Heights. It doesn't happen in Highland Heights.
I'm standing about 10 feet from his dead body.
This 911 call just received, and it's a woman's voice.
Ma'am, I have, I killed my boyfriend. What did you kill him with? A gun, a loaded gun in the house.
I turned on my lights and took off.
You were about a mile away.
Correct.
So you were pretty close.
Correct.
He pulls into this condo complex. There's about 20 units lining both sides of Meadow Lane. So you park the car and you're just walking now.
Right.
Here it is right here, building number 12.
Building number 12.
He enters building 12 and heads up the stairs.
And we're listening for stuff as we go up the steps.
Another officer now with him as he approaches number 10, the condo belonging to that young lawyer, 29-year-old Ryan Poston. The shooter is still on the phone.
Ma'am, I want you to go to your front door. I want you to open it up, walk outside the door with your hands in front of you. Okay, I will.
So that door opens up. A young woman emerges, early 20s, slim, about 5'8", long brown hair.
Told her to be quiet, get on the ground, had my gun pointed at her.
His partner cuffs the woman and takes her away, while Fornash goes inside.
I can see the body over here.
In a similar condo, Fornash shows us how he started going room to room. Because you wanted to make sure there was nobody else in this house.
Correct. My heart's pounding, I don't know what's going on.
These crime scene pictures show what it was like. A cluttered two-bedroom apartment, clearly a bachelor pad, couches, chairs, a bookcase, and a large TV, a second bedroom dedicated to just his neckties, and for that gun lover, an artillery vest. There's no one inside besides Ryan Poston.
So the body is like right in this area, the head is here.
He checks for a pulse. There is none. So there was no blood up here? Nothing?
Nothing high.
Fornash calls for the coroner and heads back to the station where the woman is waiting in this interview room. It's the first time he learns her name, Shayna Hubers.
My name's Dave Fornash, I'm a sergeant, okay?
At the moment, he knows nothing about her or how she and Ryan were connected at all. That story begins about 90 miles down the highway at the University of Kentucky. Shayna was among the graduates of the class of 2012, a hometown Lexington girl.
I've known her since second grade.
Morgan Burrows grew up near Shayna. They went to the same high school.
She was very smart, like really, really smart. A lot of people at school knew who she was. Like everybody was like, oh, well, that's the girl that's got good grades and stuff and really, really pretty. Like everybody would always talk about how pretty she was.
Morgan says people considered her driven to succeed, a standout student in high school, dean's list in college, now pursuing her master's in school counseling.
Ryan's cousin had known Shayna from college, and she had arranged the introduction.
Ryan's lifelong friend, Brian Stewart, had moved to New York, but remembers Ryan telling him about meeting Shayna.
Ryan was certainly attracted to her, and I'm sure that the feeling was mutual.
Clearly, she loved posting pictures of herself on Instagram, but now she was only too eager to include Ryan. They were both smart and good-looking, but there was one big difference: their backgrounds. Shayna grew up here, a solid middle-class neighborhood with some unmanicured lawns.
I think she would probably want something that looked better than the neighborhood she was in.
Something perhaps like this, the bluegrass horse farms and blue blood heritage Lexington is famous for, a world of money and prestige, a world familiar to Ryan, but money can't buy you love.
He was in the rebound state still.
It was a few months after Ryan and longtime girlfriend Lauren Worley had broken up. She didn't know Shayna, but her old roommate Emmy Reynolds did.
Do you think that she was just a gold digger, thinking, you know what, Ryan's my ticket to a good life?
Actually, yes. I'm gonna get me a doctor or a lawyer. That's who she wanted to date.
But as time went on, it wasn't clear if Ryan and Shayna actually were dating.
I don't know if he would tell you they were in a relationship.
Ryan's friends say he lost interest rather quickly and tried to end things with Shayna, but she refused. How can he allow her to decide whether they're gonna break up or not?
He just wasn't able to. He was too nice, didn't want to hurt her feelings.
He did feel duty-bound to let her down easy.
So easy, the relationship continued on and off for more than a year, with Ryan and Shayna chronicling it all to friends on social media. Ryan being asked in one exchange, "Are you still dating what's-her-name? Shayna? Yeah. How's that going? It's okay. I'm pretty expletive stressed. I received 75 text messages from her. I am emotionally and mentally spent. I hope she leaves me alone." And Shayna confiding to a friend,
"He says he's only with me because I make him feel so awful when I cry. My love has turned to hate."
But they're still together in October 2012. It's the night of the vice presidential debate between Joe Biden and Paul Ryan.
We love to watch those debates.
Absolutely love to watch that kind of stuff.
Ryan was going to watch with his whole well-to-do family here in their stately brick home.
What do you know about that night?
They were happy just to have Ryan come to dinner, even if Shayna was there as well.
If Shayna had any thoughts that getting this invitation for steak and asparagus meant a turn for the better, she was about to learn Ryan was ready to stick a fork in the relationship once and for all.
Ryan had approached his stepfather and indicated that the relationship wasn't going forward.
And he's got a new girl already lined up. Remember Miss Ohio, Audrey Bolte? That blind date is the very next night.
I have no doubt that that this is what set her off, and she knew that she was losing him, and that would be final.
24 hours later, Ryan is dead.
A Highland Heights woman allegedly shot and killed her boyfriend.
Shayna Hubers allegedly fired those fatal shots.
This is somebody who wanted him dead.
It was like it was out-of-body experience.
And Shayna is in the interrogation room, utterly ignoring her right to remain silent.
I gave him his nose job. He wanted.
When I first saw the interrogation tapes of Shayna Hubers, I immediately thought of Jodi Arias.
Jodi Arias, the Arizona woman who shot her boyfriend, then stood on her head during a police interrogation. If you thought that tape was off the charts, wait till you see this.
How sweet the sound.
We'll be right back.
They say, oh,